just talk into it. It doesn't matter. But it says avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. Kev, you're being recorded. How's that feel?
Feels all right, let's be recorded. I'm ready.
For everybody wondering, this is Nick Knows Nothing, and that's not Greg. That is not that's not
I am not
co-host. Greg. And but Kev is gonna be in the rotation of co-hosts. So this is the first Nick Knows Nothing since last year, November. It's almost been a year since I've released.
We got a fresh start.
It's almost been a year, Kev, since I've released a Nick Knows Nothing, and the people have been chomping at the bit. They've been sending me postcards. They've been sending me telegrams.
You have told me you get a lot of postcards every week. I remember you saying that to me.
I get a lot of postcards. But it's really because I'm not available all the time and Greg's not available all the time. People have their lives.
But I am available all the time. So
Kevin is available.
I'm ready
all the time. The man goes to school, which I tell him, you can't be going to school these days. Nobody wants.
It's a cardinal sin at this point. Yeah. Now you've been telling me that one for a while, but hey, maybe I'll quit last second. You never know.
When are you graduating, Kev?
Supposed to be spring. Gonna happen in spring.
You might as well just be done now.
Probably, yeah. Just clock out early.
Yeah. So Kevin he's joining the rotation, so I can put out more Nick Knows Nothings, so these telegrams can stop because I'm getting far too many telegrams. So Kevin, what's been going on in your life? How's working going? You work in the what would you call it? The service industry?
Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, that's what I do. I've been working in the service industry for much too long, but hey, that's what the whole school thing's about. So,
how many times are you gonna say and I'm gonna say It's gonna be a lot because we have not done this for a long time.
Well, we wanted to hit the ground running, but there's another one.
You're gonna be
we'll see. We'll
really,
see how many
really
we get.
tuned into that one. I bet you're gonna really, really be looking out for that one. So COVID's happening. It's been a year, guys. Can you imagine that? COVID's going on right now. And Kev, my God, that must affect the service industry a ton. You got to wear a mask all the time, don't you?
I am in a cardboard box right now. Actually, it's terrible. No, it's been pretty slow. I'm actually laid off right now.
Really?
As we speak, yeah, it's tough out there. It's a cold world.
So what do? You just do your schoolwork. You hang out,
and I go on podcasts every Wednesday.
Well, way to be productive.
You gotta be in these trying times.
So laid off, hanging out a little bit, having a good vacation, right? Good long vacation.
A nice long one with no extra savings going into it. It's fabulous.
No. Yeah, so it's a sideways move.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're not going down, we're not going backwards, but going sideways.
Or a horizontal move. So,
yeah, you got to do it.
Now, Kev, on my end of the spectrum, I am currently in the process of moving into a new house. Hopefully next month, we're hoping. There's some work that has to be done at another place in another location. And you have shown me
pictures. It is a gorgeous house. I can't wait to come and visit.
Well, we're very fortunate, Kev. So.
Well, hey, some people move horizontally, some people don't.
This is definitely not a horizontal move. In my case, slightly vertical, but
slightly vertical.
Everyone's at different points in their lives, Kev.
Right. Exactly.
So you got any fun stuff on the horizon?
No special plans yet, but hey, you never know. Always looking to go on a vacation and winter, get away from the cold.
Where would you go? What would be your favorite place to go in the winter?
Favorite place to go in the winter? Well, I had a trip canceled.
Boston?
It's great summer weather, great winter weather.
Beautiful.
No, I had a trip canceled to Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe.
Last June, I believe. So, maybe I'd like to check that out. That sounds
Lake
good.
Tahoe in the world? Is that Nevada?
It's Nevada and California. Like, it's like the border.
Well, then that would have to be warm at that point. Why'd you cancel your trip there, big guy?
COVID got me.
What happened? Did you get COVID?
I have not contracted it yet. Not at this moment, but no. We were going to go to a concert out there, some buddies and I, and the concert was canceled, so we figured might as well wait till next year. Was
that an Insane Clown Posse concert?
It was actually, and then 9 Inch Nails right after. Really? No, it was. It's not my cup of tea anymore, but we were going to a Fish concert.
Oh man, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Fish. You've been. It's been there, done
It's in the
that.
past, as far as you've asked me, as far as how I look at things, but. And what I enjoy, but hey, everybody likes what they like. So
the respect is there, the enjoyment is not.
Correct.
Right. So
yeah, it's okay if that's your thing, but I just not for me anymore.
So you had a trip. I had a trip planned to Vegas for my anniversary's coming up in about 5 hot days here.
It's the day after my birthday. I remember that.
After your birthday, remember that?
Correct. I'm sure you remember it as well.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for getting married on that lovely day.
Well, it was a great day. We all had fun, and it brought me to my lovely wife. You all know her, all the viewers and the guests.
She's great.
She's a great person. And so at the end of the day, we were going to go to Vegas for our anniversary, right?
Had you been before?
Yes, I've been to Vegas
you went for work that one time. That's right.
Yeah, for one night.
Oh, okay.
I would like to go for potentially more than one night.
Like 3 nights in Vegas, you're good to go. You don't need more than 3.
That's a song title, correct?
Is it? I wrote it.
No, I need you to be serious with me.
I don't think it's a song. It could be though. It could be just not that I've heard.
Nights in Vegas. Yeah, I want you to be super literal with me.
Okay, all right. No, okay. Yeah, no fucking around here.
You don't need to play it up. I'm asking a goddamn question.
All right. I do have access to the internet right here too, I suppose. So,
Vegas song. I'm putting it in there. 3 Nights in Vegas. It's a single by Stone Stedman.
Stone Stedman. Okay.
And do you know who that is?
I'm not familiar personally.
I'm not familiar with Stone Stedman. Not a very good. You're gonna go and make a name for yourself out there in the.
Yeah, you want to make it big. Stone Stedman. That's a bold strategy.
Yeah, you're really just.
You're banging it out there, though. Hey, he believed in Stone Stedman, and he wrote 3 Nights in Vegas.
Which, all that we know is that it is the number one. It's the number one song that comes up on Google when you Google search it.
So, on this particular evening, that's good. I
really don't know. Oh, in other news, I got COVID, Kev, and here's the thing: I lost my smell. I didn't lose my taste during COVID, but 3 months later, after I fully recovered from COVID, my smell is still fucked up, and now my taste is askew. Everything is a horrible imitation.
Chocolate just tastes like vanilla now.
No, it doesn't. No, it tastes like horrible, like bad.
Really?
It tastes like metal.
things taste bad though.
Things taste like metal.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it smells like metal. What if
that's permanent?
Well, that's what we don't know yet. We don't know a lot about COVID, but we do know.
Time will tell.
Every time I smell coffee, it smells like metal, and it's really disturbing.
Has it been that way the whole time, or is that a...
No, that's a brand new thing. All of a sudden, it just started happening.
It's a recent development.
Yeah, and nobody knows what it is. I asked the doctor online, because on my Theta Care, Kev, you can chat with real doctors. So I asked them, Like, hey, what the hell's going on with this whole fucking stainless steel taste in my mouth?
Right. Did they have anything for you?
He said, use a neti pot.
I've seen those, and it seems tough for me. I don't know if I could do it. It seems like it would work though. I feel like it'd be effective.
Tell the people at home what a neti pot is.
Well, if you're wondering, I think what I've seen the neti pot is it hooks up to your nose, and I think it flushes water from one nostril up through the top of your nose, and it shoots out the other. I could be getting that. I could be butchering that entirely.
No, you would be so correct.
I nailed it. Okay.
You tip your head and you pour this. I think they even put maybe a solution in there. I'm not quite sure. But it goes through one nostril and goes out the other.
Right.
And that's what a medical doctor suggested for my taste and smell from COVID. So
maybe that's what feel like writing you a prescription.
That's what they know about this disease. They know that you're gonna have to try a neti pot, and if that don't work,
you have to shoot water out of one of your nostrils from the other nostril.
Good luck. Yeah, it's not a fun thing at all.
How would you use one of those more than once? You put it in your nose again?
Think about this, Kev. I was cooking a steak the other night, a tenderloin. Right. And there's a new way I do tenderloin where I don't bake it at all. I will sear it in a pan, and then I will take it off to rest, and then I will put butter, thyme, garlic, the old timey spiel, and I'll let that go in there. Okay. And then I'll put it on high and put the steak back in there and continuously baste it. And I'm talking about you got to put almost like a full stick of butter in that fucking thing to keep basting.
You put the steak back on the stove on high after it's been resting, and then you baste it with that?
Yes, and you continue to baste it until it gets to a certain temperature. Then you take it off, and you put it on low a little bit. And by this point,
a little bit.
And when you're basting it, you got to flip it over, keep flipping it over, baste it, flip it over, baste it. It gets to a certain temperature. You take it off, Kev, and you let it rest another second, and then you turn down the heat. And then lastly, you put it back on. At this point, the brownness to it is amazing. But you keep on basting it that last time on low until it gets to the desired temperature, which I like medium rare, probably closer to medium rare. And so you get it to about 128, 130, and you usually can stop right there, and it'll be perfect. But it is the juiciest filet mignon I've ever had ever, and it's perfectly from top to bottom. That pink,
right. Okay, filet mignon. I was thinking like a shorter steak, but no, that makes sense for sure. Mm-hmm. That sounds delicious.
It was amazing, Kev. If you could imagine, now imagine the smell. Imagine the smell to that, right?
Well, butter and steak and thyme and garlic all that stuff. It's a beautiful thing.
Rosemary.
I've been cooking up a storm lately. Actually, it's funny you mention that.
My final thought on that, and I would love to hear what you're cooking, Kev. My final thought on that, my friend, is you imagine how that smells and how that tastes. Well, I can't.
It's a skew.
No, I can't smell it at all. First of all, because there's still things I still can't smell. I'm slowly getting back my smell, but whatever I smell is like metal.
Smell and taste.
Yeah, and now so here's the thing: it'll taste. I can taste it for a second, but then this horrible taste overtakes my mouth. And it is not cavities. It's not any of that. I've checked and I've gotten that checked out. Nothing. It is this, I even had people smell my breath and everything. What is going on? I can smell this and I can taste it. Can you do it? Nothing. They said it smells amazing. It smells better than it ever has before. And so that's what I'm going up against, Kev.
And like you said, there's no timetable on it either. That's just it could be
it's
indefinite. It's completely indefinite.
It's indefinite, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. So
it's a little bit of scare factor to it as well. If you knew when it would go away, it'd be a little more relief. But you don't have that luxury.
There's zero relief.
Zero relief.
So, Kev, what have you been cooking? You cooked tacos the other day. I know that much.
I did.
What
Thanks
type
for
of
coming to my
tacos do you
football
cook?
party.
Yeah, I was driving an hour to watch us get a fucking ass.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't miss much with the Packers game we watched, but yeah, we did tacos, we did steak tacos, fish tacos, cooked all kinds of salsas, all of it.
What kind of toppings on your tacos? Just to preface that, I made tacos the other night. I'm a street taco or AKA Mexican style taco type of guy. Cilantro,
onions, that kind of stuff. Sure. Yeah. I have that available. We had cilantros, onions. I made homemade pico de gallo, homemade queso dip, homemade verde salsa, and a mango habanero salsa as well. We had pickled cabbage and guacamole too.
Oh, so you had
we had options. It was good.
You had like the what is it called? Craft tacos. You did like a craft taco type of night, like a vintage cantina taco night.
Yeah, it was. I bit off a little more than I could chew because people started showing up early, and you're trying to drink and entertain, and I got stuff to do. The food turned out all right, but it got messy. It was a lot of work, but in the end, we had a good time.
Still messy.
No, it's been cleaned, but I've been cooking since. So I've cleaned it even a few more times since then.
And what would you say is your favorite thing to cook? You got a go-to meal that you need to cook for Sir Gordon Ramsay.
If Gordon Ramsay were going to try something of mine, that's a tough one. That's a really good question. People do like my chili. I think that's an easy one.
Hit them with some chili.
No. I mean that's. Yeah, okay, I admit it. Yeah, I said chili. I make a rice noodle stir fry. It's one of the few things I've made that I can't stop eating. Or I could also do my French onion soup. Very good.
Oh, he loves a good French onion soup.
Who doesn't?
Delicately.
Yeah, I love Gordon Ramsay because he sounds like he's like being mean even when he's like whispering at you. Like he's just got such a tone about him. Nobody else has that.
No, they really don't. And but one time he made pad thai for a man of is this politically correct to say Oriental descent? I think sure.
I'll let it slide. I think that's all right.
Okay, well, Asian, and he made this pad thai, and this Asian guy said, "No, that's not good. That's not pad thai." And he said, "Well, I think it tastes really good." And he goes, "For you." Hi.
Oh,
no, that was that.
I'm sure the impression is spot on.
That was so bad. I'm so sorry to everyone.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about saying Oriental after that, but that's fine. Hey, it's whatever anybody likes, though. I mean, Gordon Ramsay makes it. We just trust that it's good, but we don't really know what it tastes like.
No, I don't know at all. I did that, but. The podcast is Nick Knows Nothing, Kev.
I guess, yeah, right. Yeah, we got to.
Whenever you ask me, I don't. So you got to explain to me.
All right, yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah.
We got a segment here. It's called Nick's Facts of the Day. Can you believe it? This is your first Nick Knows Nothing segment. Kev and audience, this is a segment where I give a couple facts and we kind of talk about them a little bit, and then we go on to keep on talking about them. So Kev, got a couple facts here for you.
Okay.
Here's a good one. So in Manhattan.
Yeah. Yes.
There is a specific ant to Manhattan, and it is called the Manhattan ant. So there's an ant that only lives in Manhattan. Can you believe it?
That is hard to believe. Is that the scientific name for that animal?
Yes.
It is. Okay, all right.
Yeah, look it up.
I thought it might be.
It's a Manhattan ant.
Manhattan ant.
And it's known tendencies and traits. It will link together and go across the street and say, "I'm walking over here."
Well, I mean, it's a Manhattan. So,
yeah. I mean, you've been to Manhattan, huh?
I have been. Yeah, I've been there a few times.
How was it? Was there a lot of ants?
That's what makes it a little tough to believe. I've never seen an ant in Manhattan before. I've seen a lot of rats, not a lot of rats, but I've seen some rats, a lot of pigeons, that sort of stuff. But never an ant in my life.
They say that that ants outnumber humans by the billions.
I believe that. I would think a lot of insects would.
I don't know how accurate that was, but
hey, me neither.
That's what they say. So you've been to Manhattan.
I've been there 4 times. Yeah.
You went to see a Phish concert.
I have not. That's inaccurate.
Where was that? That was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, not the one. I saw a U2 concert in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, who went to see the Phish concert? Remember with our
buddies Ryan and Tyler and Spencer Shabesta saw one in high school.
Spencer Shabesta, what is he up to these days? Huh?
That's anybody's guess.
It really is. It really.
If you look up character in the dictionary, there's his picture. I think is right there. Good guy though.
Great guy, fantastic guy. No,
can't say enough about that guy.
Yeah, so these ants live in Manhattan.
Right.
That's fact number 1. You want to hear fact number 2, Kev?
I'd love to.
All right, well, listen to this. So you know how we were talking about steak before, right?
Yeah.
What are some ways that you tenderize a steak?
Me?
Yeah.
I've never really tenderized a steak.
What?
I know you can marinate it, or I guess if it's really tough, you could pound it out. But steak is usually I usually get pretty decent cuts that I don't have to tenderize. It's pretty good it's pretty well good to go already.
You have just the most fantastic cuts.
I love a good cut.
I'll tell you what, Kev. I'll tell you what. For the people that are less fortunate than yourself,
right? Okay. If I were to tenderize a steak, I would probably marinate it and meat mallet it.
What would you marinate it with?
Are we just doing a steak dinner?
I'm talking about to tenderize a steak. What the fuck would you marinate it with, Kev?
Well, all right, you might have caught me red-handed here. I don't have I have no particular ingredients.
So
tenderized beef. I don't know.
Listen to this, Kev. Pineapple. It's a natural meat tenderizer. Did you know that? People will.
I did not. I have marinated meats with pineapple before, but I didn't know I tenderized them. Never steak.
Yeah. It's got an enzyme in it that breaks down muscle tissue. Have you ever eaten so much pineapple that your tongue gets raw?
I've eaten enough for it to start doing that for sure.
Yeah, that's pineapple's defense mechanism.
It's tenderizing our tongue.
It's made to kill you. Eventually. There's actually people that pineapple handlers.
Handlers
and processors.
Okay. How are those two jobs different? Can you answer that?
Well, some people handle the pineapples with that means transporting here to here.
Processors are probably a little more they inspect as well.
Processors are inspecting, they're cutting.
Or what if there's a pineapple inspector too? We don't know that.
Processor. He wears a lot of hats.
And that is a loaded word, I'll give you that.
Yeah. So they have to wear specialized gloves in order to not get sores on their hands from the amount of pineapple that
even through the skin?
Yes.
Or is it after it's cut up already?
On the skin, Kev.
Or is this people that
No, it's after it's cut up. Listen, pineapple wants to survive just like anyone else.
Right? Of course.
And so, in order to make things and animals and humans and aliens and gods alike to stop eating it, once you take a fruit from a pineapple tree, and you cut it open and you devour its delicious pulp, whatever terms you like.
Whatever it is, right?
Whatever terms you typically use.
Yeah, right.
It will eventually hurt you. And so then animals know, okay, I can't eat that anymore. My tongue.
I'm sure animals, as well as humans, have had to find out like the hard way of when they've had too much pineapple, though. You know.
I've had too much pineapple, Kev, and
I'm sure we've all been there.
We've all been there, but nobody likes to talk about it.
I have a pineapple in my refrigerator right now. Now I know to be a little more careful.
You have to be careful, or put it in the blender, and put your meat in it. Maybe a cheap cut of steak in there the next time you want to tenderize.
We're back for tenderizing.
Yeah, put it in the pineapple pulp. Maybe mix a little bit of water in there, and then
this is starting to sound like a smoothie.
Well, no, you don't blend the steak in it.
Okay. I thought that's what you were saying.
No, you put the steak in the already blended pineapple, and then you marinate it overnight. When you take it out the next day, you wash it off. You wash off the pineapple from it because you're not going to get pineapple taste from it.
Right.
It's just tenderizing that meat, and then you would put a little olive oil on it, salt, pepper,
like you normally would.
And then you would cook it, and it would be more tender. So that's a fact.
If I'm ever unable to, get a nice cut, I will remember pineapple if it happens to be tough.
Yeah, if you ever come down to our level, you go.
Yeah, right.
You get that, and you're done. So here, fact number 3, Kev.
Okay.
Coming at you.
All right.
Listen to this. You know cotton candy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what the old name for cotton candy was?
I couldn't even guess. I have no idea.
If you had to guess.
If I had to guess, oh man, that's
implied every time someone says guess, by the way. It's if you had to guess. We're not saying you have to.
I don't even have anything like halfway decent. Like it wouldn't sell if I came up with a name for it. I can't do it.
Zero, kind of punny.
Maybe not on the fly. I wish I could say that I did.
You're a smart man, Kevin. You got to come up with something.
Well, thank you. Maybe just not coming up with clever names for cotton candy.
Just think. Okay, so cotton candy. What material is it? Is it
sugar puff? Sugar puffs. Puffy sugar. Something,
Oh, sugar puffs?
Sugar puffs. Yeah, a sugar puff. Because it's one big thing, so just sugar puff.
Okay, well, at least you gave it an attempt.
The old high school try.
Everyone respects you for that. It's actually was called fairy floss.
Fairy floss. See, that's way better than what I came up with.
And listen to this, Kev.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, please. The inventor, the person that made it, he was a dentist. Can you imagine that? The hypocrisy.
Something that's so bad for your teeth.
The man was a hypocrite.
He was greedy, man. He was probably selling it to his clients, like personally, and be like, "Hey, yeah, you got sugar rot in your teeth. You need dental work."
Oh, we don't like that, but
I think he was playing both sides.
Fairy floss would you enjoy?
But maybe he got to retire from being a dentist because fairy floss took off. I don't know.
Kevin, I think you just cracked the fucking code.
I think I got this guy's number for sure.
Cotton candy. Let's look this fact up a little bit. Let's go dive a little bit deeper into the cotton candy.
Are you going to look up fairy floss or cotton candy, though?
Cotton candy origin.
Okay, all right.
What a word.
Origin?
Origin, yeah. Invented in 1897, dentist Bill Morrison.
That's a really generic name. I don't know. That sounds fishy.
And confectioner? What's confectioner mean, Kevin?
It's like, I think it's like a way that they like a type of the way they refine sugar, I want to say.
Okay, John C. Wharton. In his first,
now you're just throwing names at me.
And it was first introduced to a wide audience in 1904 at the World's Fair. They used to have the World's Fair.
Can we look up where that's held?
Yes, in just a moment. Fairy Floss with great success, selling 68,655 boxes at 25 cents per box. That's the equivalent to $7.11 per box in 2019. They were selling that shit for just spun sugar.
Yeah, oh, dude, he definitely got to retire from being a dentist for sure.
Don't they all taste the exact same?
What do? Cotton candies?
Yeah.
I haven't had cotton candy in probably,
God,
it's been a good 10 years, I want to say.
The World's Fair.
So, no, but that would make sense, though. It does kind of all it just folds and dissolves in your mouth. I'm not crazy about it.
Not a big fan. Zero, we're talking about consistency and mouthfeel. What's that called?
What are you asking me?
Like, listen, I love the flavor. I just hate the texture. Ugh. The texture of it, Kevin.
Of cotton candy.
Awful.
Yeah, well, it like usually melt in your mouth is a good thing, but
like a good steak. Let's keep talking about steak.
Yeah, I can go back to that all day.
We can go back to that.
But cotton candy, though.
Yeah.
And then it melts only to a certain point, and then you just have to swallow this little mass lump that's there's nothing in it anymore.
Yeah, it can't be good for you.
That's the cotton. Then you're just swallowing cotton.
And nobody likes cotton.
I wouldn't imagine.
Except, are you a fan of cotton white tees?
I'm wearing one right now.
The World's Fair has been everywhere. Was in France, was in London.
Okay, they have a big. Okay, that's what I want to know. Is like if it was in some obscure location that just called themselves the World's Fair.
Yeah. Now it's the World Expo. Yeah, so the World Expo, in 2015, Milan, Italy, held it.
Wow! All right, that was the last one.
And then Dubai is the host in 2020, but due to the COVID pandemic, it was postponed to 2021. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. I wasn't going to be there, but hey, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were going to go.
Okay, think about this, Kev. What about this for a new fact for you? The inventor of the Frisbee?
Yeah.
Great guy. Loved Frisbees.
I would hope that he enjoyed his invention.
Kev, talk about enjoying his invention. When the man died, he turned himself into a Frisbee.
I'm gonna have to call a bluff on that one.
You want to look it up? Look it up.
Is it like a meat and bone Frisbee?
Yeah, Steady Ed Hedrick.
His first name was Steady?
It was Ed, I'm sure.
Right.
But nickname was Steady Ed.
Great nickname.
He created the sport disc golf.
Oh, he invented golf. Okay.
Yeah, and listen, the quote, his wife is quoted, he lived for Frisbee.
I'm sure that's accurate.
Yeah, he lived so much that when he died, his final wish was his ashes turned into a Frisbee.
It sounds true.
His son said it was his father's dream that they play with him after death.
They really interviewed this guy's family thoroughly after he passed.
And listen to this, Kev. And that he might even accidentally end up on someone's roof. This is what the man wanted after death.
And I'm sure he got it.
I'm sure he got it. Can you imagine getting that Frisbee and then your house is haunted? Because it's a fucking ghost Frisbee.
And nobody knew what kind of mood he was in when he died either. It's just what kind of Frisbee they're dealing with.
Not good, man. You're going to throw that thing. It's going to dive straight down. It's going to be awful.
I wish I had as much passion for anything as that guy seems to have had for...
You really don't have much passions for anything, do you? Let's talk about that.
Do you feel any sort of way about anything the way that guy felt about Frisbees, though? Because I don't. He made it his career. His family knew it. He wanted to be one when he died. I think that kind of passion is rare in humanity.
That's a guy that will go to the ends of the earth for Frisbee.
That guy could have been great at anything. He just chose Frisbee, man.
You think he could be anything you wanted?
or he was born for Frisbee too. That could be as well. I don't know.
Interesting. So, with this man in this Frisbee, you can imagine that he had multiple Frisbees.
Yeah, I'm sure he had many.
That's all I have to say about it.
And I agree with your statement.
We're back, and Kevin had to make a drink. Good for him. Kevin, what's
Sometimes you gotta.
What's your drink of choice tonight?
Tonight we just got vodka Sprite, plain and simple.
Vodka Sprite. Look at you.
Sprite. Yep, it's pretty standard stuff.
I'm taking a night off.
Okay, all right.
The drinks.
It's good to do that as well.
You need to.
You can't do it every night. I mean, come on.
You can't. And during COVID, my goodness, there's no better time to do it. But
it's easy to do it during COVID. During quarantine, I was obviously non-essential. It's easy. You got nothing else going on. You know, what are you going to do?
What a way to describe people during that time is you are not essential. So
no, I mean, and I'd like to argue that probably fewer of us are than the people. It's good for the people that were allowed to work, but some people are just luckier than others in that, and it's tough.
Well, would you say that a home?
I would certainly call myself not essential, though. Definitely.
What about a home builder?
A home builder.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how the real estate market's going.
I need to get a home. I don't want to live in an apartment in the city anymore because of COVID. I need a home.
You can call a guy. You can do that. He can work.
Okay, good. I work for a home builder. That's why
I'm happy you stayed at it.
Yeah, it was great. Except I got COVID. Remember that?
Well, and speaking of that, I was going to mention earlier, we were together right before you knew you had it. I'm very fortunate not to have gotten it.
Yeah, and we shook each other's hands. We kissed.
We shared a golf cart.
We shared a golf cart.
I gave you a kiss goodbye, as I always do. But you got to do that.
Oh, you're French, Steve Pack.
Right? Yeah. Well, Kevin's not my real name.
Jean-Claude Steve.
That has a great ring to it.
Yeah, good for him. Good for you.
It must be.
Yeah. So listen to this, Kev. I got another fact for you.
Okay.
Another Manhattan fact. Can you believe it?
Wow. All right.
It's a Manhattan themed show.
I guess so.
Did you know that the tap water in Manhattan is not kosher?
What? That's mind blowing.
What do you mean?
I mean, what sort of pork or any kind of non-kosher thing could be on the tap water?
No, I mean, what does mind blowing mean?
We'll save that for another show.
Just kidding. A rabbi must have not, said his little thing, whatever he does.
Oh, it does have to be blessed, technically, doesn't it?
Gotta be blessed. Stay blessed.
Right.
Either a rabbi can do it, or Jarvis Landry for the Browns can do it.
He's also available to do it.
Well, do you understand why?
I don't understand why.
You sounded like Mark Wahlberg.
I don't understand why.
You guys know you done good. He is known, Jarvis Landry, not Mark Wahlberg. Jarvis Landry is known for saying, "I'm going to bless him." When he goes out there, and makes a catch. He goes, "That's called blessing him."
Oh, I've never heard him mention that before.
Yeah, so that's why he could do it if he wanted to.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, he doesn't. So therefore it's still not kosher.
Not kosher. And so you, Kevin,
they have a pretty big Jewish population, I'm sure.
It would be horrible. What do? You have to drink bottled water.
I guess so. I mean, they say it's better for you, but then the plastic's bad.
The plastic's bad. Can you believe
this?
No
way to win.
Kevin, did you know that the expiration date on a bottle of water is not for the water itself, it's for the plastic bottle?
That makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
I do believe that.
Kevin, speaking about being kosher, you yourself, our whole life growing up, I've known you a long time.
Yep.
You've always had this feeling that you related to Jewish people for some reason.
I have.
Now, why is this?
I couldn't really explain it. You've referred to me as the as Larry David and a number of times. But it's just something I identify with. I don't know it. I don't know how it works, but it does.
I say it's because of the way you talk in the cadence.
Is it Jewish sounding?
I don't know.
I feel like we're flirting with a line here. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
we don't want to step over any toes here, you know.
Well, my family is my in-laws are Jewish.
Know. Right.
Slightly Jewish.
Slightly.
I don't know. I believe they are Jewish. I think just being Jewish just is the religion you follow.
Most would say that.
But we love Jewish people. So what's wrong with that?
I strong like if I do identify them, that's because I think they have positive things about their people.
It's that
they're a beautiful people.
Want to be a part of it.
just a wannabe at this point, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kevin, I love the facts that we had this week, and
I love them too. The Manhattan ants.
Manhattan ants. I can't say it correctly.
Who'd have thunk it?
You know, I always say I have a self-proclaimed speech impediment.
No, I've noticed it as well.
Would you? Is it technically a speech impediment, or is it just ridiculous?
It's like you couldn't be diagnosed with a stutter, but you have one. Like I don't know where the exact
If I went to a doctor and said
medicinal thing could be applied to it, but you got something.
I got something, man. Something's going on with me. My boss, anytime I fumble my words, I tell him, I have a speech impediment. And he goes, no, you don't. He always says, no, you don't. And I just really feel I do. And I don't know why or when it happens, but I've said things before. And Kevin has just looked at me like I am a maniac.
I remember at one point saying to you, Nick, I think it's going to get to the point where only I understand what you're saying.
And you do, though. You really do understand.
Well, no, I know what you're trying to get out every time. Sometimes, I give you a couple tries at it. I'm
here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there.
You've been flawless tonight, though, if I may say.
Kevin, let me tell you about this. It's Nick's joke of the week. This is a joke that I came up with, and I'm trying to do a.
You came up with it.
Yes, I come up with this joke.
Okay, I thought you had found a funny joke.
No. This is a joke that I come up with, and I say it to you, and it's hot or it flops. You know what I'm saying? This is not me looking up the thing. I swear to God, this is me for my next segment.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I can't even see you, so I trust you.
Yeah. So this is my joke, Kevin. So, you know Elon Musk in Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a very, very smart man, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So you know Elon Musk.
Yeah.
How about Elon body odor? You know him.
Okay.
You know him?
All right. Yeah, it's. I'm halfway between it was what in a flop?
Hot or a flop?
I got to give you halfway between hot and a flop on that one.
Halfway?
Halfway. I'll give you halfway.
I don't know what you mean.
And, it's not hot. It's like, it's like lukewarm kind of.
Okay, what about this joke? Ready?
Yeah.
So you know how, like, when there's kids, you got to take their temperature, through the anus.
I've heard, yeah.
Well, it's more accurate that way, they say.
I didn't know that. I've never had my temperature taken that way. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Who came up with that? Dr. Pedophile?
That is hot, dude. That's good.
Is that a good one?
That's much better. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's just a weird. I don't know who came up with that, but
there's a lot of things that definitely the first person that did that was weird, but that's definitely a really questionable one.
Yeah, it just there's no reason to think about that. It's freaking
right. The first, I'll bet we could really, I bet it'd be really accurate if we just did that to him.
That guy's a creep.
Yeah, right. And you know what? I'll bet he got away with it too, though.
Who invented the?
You might have a tough time finding this one. That guy's probably got all kinds of stuff buried. So what'd you type? Who invented the anal thermometer?
Okay, here. Why take temperature through the butt?
The word anal is a lot shorter.
Listen to this.
You might get different results that way, though.
A temperature taken in the rectum is the closest way to finding the body's true temperature.
see, but hold on though. That's the thing though. That was only a theory until they proved it. You know what I mean? They had to prove that.
Oh, okay. So I'm on Wikipedia for rectal thermometry. And
okay, all right.
The history section.
There's a page for everything. I love
the history section. Okay. Listen to this. Medical literature shows that practice dating back to at least the 18th century. It's probable that the rectal thermometry was thought to be safer alternative to oral temperature taking due to the use of mercury and other toxic chemicals.
Ah, okay. I'll bet that was wrong though.
Yeah, who's the guy that came up with that idea, though? You know, it's the guy.
Right,
guys, listen.
Right. And then you found no legality issues surrounding that. You just found what they found. Like I said, it was only his theory. He goes, "What if we did that to him instead of orally?" Then he just went with it, and people were like, "Oh, it is more accurate."
And he was pissed when someone created a thermometer that was not mercury based. He said, "Listen, this is absolutely ridiculous. That's
the thing, though. Was
there's oral, perfectly good mercury to use.
Was oral thermometry? Let's call it. Was that already developed when he came up with that? Because that would definitely identify him as a creep. Or did the anal thermometry come up first?
No, I believe that.
You strongly believe,
from what they're saying, it's a safer alternative. An alternative.
Oh, okay.
In my eyes, that oral thermometry was already a thing and
right. So he's definitely a creep. Case closed.
And like I said, once they came out with like a digital thermometer, he's like, "Listen, guys. We can't go digital. What type of world are we living in?"
Let's not go too fast.
Yeah, let's not go too fast. I mean, what a horrible person, right?
Right, and he got away with it, man.
He got away with it. So, I mean, whenever you do, if that's not safe for work, it's not safe for work. But I thought it was pretty telling of a man. Desires. It was horrible.
Yeah. Sometimes they're really they lay him out there for you.
Yeah, not good.
But I'm sure he was revered though. That's the worst part about it.
Well, he saved so many people from
mercury poisoning.
Well, back then they called it mercury mouth.
So guys, we have to.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna go. What are we gonna?
And they're like, "Hey, the armpit might work." He goes, "I don't even want to think about that."
How'd you know the armpit was a thing? Have you looked this up?
No, I was a kid. I got a lot of fevers when I was a kid.
Oh my God, really? Yeah.
I never had anal.
Whoa!
I never had any sort of anal measurements taken on me though, of any kind.
To say a statement like that, you need to immediately follow up.
Yeah, I know. I didn't do it quick enough, but I got the facts out there. We're good.
Yeah, horrible. Horrible man.
But I didn't know about the armpit thing.
You were a sick child.
Easily got sick, exposed to any germs. I was just sick for a week.
Were you considered a germaphobe?
I wouldn't call me a germaphobe. I'm sensitive to certain things, some of which may or may not be related to germs, but I wouldn't call myself like a germaphobe.
Okay. I totally understand.
You know what I mean?
Now, Kev, you've had all podcasts to think about it. We're coming up on a segment real quick here. And normally it's reserved for Greg because it is
because he's the usual host of the show. Well, our co-host of the show.
We're not going to have we're not going to have a main person. It's a rotation of co-hosts.
It is. Okay. You did mention that earlier. I'm sorry.
Yes. But in his scenario, it's called Greg's Gripe. And that's 2 G's.
That's got a great ring to it.
What's the grammatical term for when there is a title and it's got G or it has the same letter?
Do you remember the series of unfortunate events?
Yes.
Those books they all did it. It was a liturgy. It was something.
A liturgy?
Oh, what's it called? A liturgy? I think that might be it.
I'm looking it up too. I can't figure it out. Yeah. If something starts with the same letter, like a title starts with the same letter. People are loving
alliteration.
Alliteration.
A liturgy. It's been a while.
Okay, alliteration.
It was close. Yeah, a liturgy, alliteration.
The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Closely connected is alliteration. If you would want an example, that's an example of it.
Yeah. So
in this case, there's no alliteration to speak of because Kev's name is
not even close.
Starts with a K. What's Kev's Conundrums?
KG. That's not a bad two letters to be together. Like Kevin Garnett went by KG.
So even though Kevin's Conundrums doesn't start with the same letter, it starts with the same sound. So it is still alliteration. So Kevin's Conundrums, otherwise known as Greg's Gripes. Kevin, what's your gripe and/or the other word I used?
Conundrum.
Conundrum.
Yeah, you're welcome. My other conundrum, I would have to say, like Nick, you've met plenty of vegan people throughout your your days, correct?
Few and far between, I would say.
Right, yeah, like it's not a common thing, but you've met them though.
I have met them.
It bothers me, and I want to ask if it bothers you as well.
Okay. Well, Nick's
I guess I just want someone to back me up on this.
Please go ahead. Continue.
They always have to tell you, don't they? They have to tell you. Like, it's not as though you're cooking for them. You'll meet them at a bar and it'll come up in conversation. It's one of those. Hey, that's fine if you want to live your life that way, but don't make me part of it.
Here's my question to you.
Okay.
How many comedy specials have you watched to get that imprinted in your brain? Because I've heard that on every god dang comedy special I've ever heard.
You've heard that before. You think I'm ripping that off from somebody?
I think it is a scenario of parallel thinking.
Okay. I have never heard any comedian say that in particular, but
vegans have to tell you.
Right.
Okay, well, we're going to look this up right now. Vegans have to tell you. Comedy.
Hopefully my name pops up.
Yeah. Oh, there's you, Kevin. Yeah. Can I tell you a vegan joke?
I would love to hear one.
I promise it won't be cheesy.
Damn it. I actually hate the laugh I gave you on that. That wasn't deserving of an outburst like that, but you got it anyway.
Oh, dude. What in the world is wrong with me?
I hate it. It was like a pun, and then you got a roar of laughter.
I did. I really did. Well, it's because of the delivery of it, because you did not think that.
No, you don't see. Yeah, no. It's the setup is the punchline. That's good.
It was a fantastic setup, and anyone that has made it into this far into the podcast and is still listening, you get a lot of people, Kev, that listen for the first 5 minutes and then turn it off and go, "Oh, that was fun," and then they are done with it. If you're that person, you're not here, so you'll never hear this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we are a bit of a ways into it, so.
Yeah, we're recording time. We're at an hour and 2 minutes, hour 3 minutes.
Hour and 3 minutes.
It seems like time is just flying by, huh?
It really has. I agree with that. It really has. It's been fun.
Well, you want to keep going for a little bit? We could probably do another 20, 30.
I'm here.
You're here and you're queer.
I have no homework, no nothing going on. So I'm in it.
Another way you would not have homework?
I have a feeling I know where you're going with this one. Don't need to say anything. It's fine.
Yeah. You should just drop out of school and get a job.
The student debt, it's tough though, you can't just ignore it.
Well, you don't have a job to pay for it. If you had a job, you could pay for it. You think about that, right?
Yeah, I'll just live with you.
What were we talking about before this?
I don't know, man.
Vegans the joke.
Vegans, right. If I think you were determining whether or not I've ripped somebody off.
Well, first of all, I made a fantastic joke.
We shouldn't forget about that.
But what I'm saying is I agree with you, but I've heard that in comedy specials before.
You have, okay.
I have. Now.
Oh, it's any consolation. People from Denver do the same thing.
What do you, say that they're from Denver?
Every person that's ever been from Denver and goes anywhere, I live in Denver. It's ridiculous. Dude, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Are they asking?
Nobody likes Denver that much, you know?
Kevin, my goodness, a lot of animosity for the Denver people.
Well, Kevin's gripes has been built up, you know? I was waiting for after we got past an hour to just let it fly.
It has been building up for years.
Yeah, no, have you noticed that, though? Can I ask that?
Have I noticed
people from Denver, they tell you about it.
But is this a situation? Are people asking them where they're from, and they're?
Well, I work at a bar where people come into from out of state sometimes, and there have been people where I've looked at their IDs and I say, "Oh wow, this guy's from Nevada, or this guy's from Maine, anything." But I always know the guy from Colorado. He's told me before I've looked at his ID. You know?
Yeah, he's got
because there's this air
Bob
about
Marley.
it. It's like weed is legal, so it was legal there first, so I'm cool. I got to tell you, I live there. It's like, nobody cares, man.
Yeah, we don't care that your weed's legal, dude.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
If people want weed, they're going to get it whether it's legal or not.
100%. So that leads me to believe.
So I guess that was my real Kevin's gripe. I guess.
Okay, is Denver people. Well, now we finally got to the nitty-gritty of it.
Right.
So yeah, Kevin, do you have any jokes? You hear any jokes lately?
I haven't.
You just don't have jokes on command?
I mean, there's a joke that I've heard recently.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any.
I've been listening to a lot of Norm Macdonald. He has a podcast called Norm Macdonald Live.
I did watch a Norm Macdonald video recently. That was very funny.
Yeah, he's so funny to me.
He's
great.
I
love all of his jokes. He's got such a good joke. He goes, here's the joke. It's, I was talking to somebody at work, and they're trying to get me to sign up for the 401k. I just don't think I can run that far. It is a long way.
I like that. It's sort of like that joke you told earlier, where the punchline is it's in the setup.
Yeah, it's a little bit in the setup, but Norm Macdonald, the way that he delivers it is a lot better than I.
I've been watching a lot of Bernie Mac lately.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's very funny, man. He's aimed towards let's say a different crowd than we would normally be in the stands. But God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. We loved him in Transformers.
Yeah, no, he was a very funny man though.
Remember him in Transformers?
Nope.
He's like, "Mammy!"
Was he in that movie?
He was.
I never saw Transformers.
Talking about to knock your head, mammy. He's talking about beating his mom.
No, never saw it. I'm sure he was great though.
He's fantastic. You know who I love?
Who do you love?
Mike Epps.
Yeah, no, he's great. I didn't really do that long of a pause there.
Yeah, my goodness.
I left you hanging out to dry there for a second.
I really did. I got no response. I said, what?
All kinds of insecurities coming out. No, he's funny. He's funny.
He says he repeats a lot of jokes, or he just puts new twists on them a lot, but he's just naturally funny.
Are you saying like he repeats his material throughout his specials?
No, so he'll take one special he goes, you ever see a guy and he's a banker and he walks like this, and then he'll walk across the stage like with a certain walk. Well, the next special he goes, you ever see like a different person and they do this and they walk on like this? Yeah. and then he'll do that like similar walk, but it's still just fucking hilarious.
That's kind of hey, that's alliteration of his own material in a certain way.
Exactly. Just
I can't say I'm a fan of that, but he is a funny man.
Okay, so you're not a fan of comedy.
If you don't like Mike Epps, you don't like comedy.
Exactly. That's what they're saying.
No, I think he is funny. I do think he's funny. He's just he's not a person. He's not my like top choices. But
favorite comedian, if you had to pick,
stand up or
let's go stand up. Let's talk. Say stand up.
It's got to be. It's two, man. It's got to be Louis C.K. or Dave Chappelle.
I would say Dave Chappelle takes the cake for me. I enjoy. Louis C.K. is right there though, but Dave Chappelle.
It's controversial voting for Louis C.K. these days,
but what do you do? But
that could have been another gripe of mine too, though. Of the Me Too movement, I do feel like he was the least.
Oh boy, Kevin's gonna talk about the Me Too movement on the podcast.
Second half of the podcast.
He gets to the end.
No. All I was going to say, of the entire movement, he was the least. I guess I'd say guilty of all the accusations I heard about people. Anyway. It's him and Dave Chappelle.
Just to give a little context to our listeners, Kevin doesn't believe in equal rights for females and males. He believes males are the superior race.
Nick, I thought you warned everybody of that before we started.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Kevin, but there's many people that wouldn't agree with that.
Sure.
And
we'll save that for another show.
Decision. I respect it. My goodness. But,
I did just come out. You opened up Kev Gripes and Pandora's box just came out, man.
Well, you and I went to a Dave Chappelle show.
We did, and it was incredible.
It was the best comedian show I've ever seen.
I've seen other comedians. And Dave Chappelle, it felt like an event. Like it didn't just feel like a guy's stop on his tour, which the guys that are very funny can do that. I saw Tom Segura, and you could tell he was just throwing his jokes out there, and they all killed. He was amazing. But Dave Chappelle felt like it was something else.
He takes in the city. He takes in the city, and he makes it a part of himself.
Well, because you remember that Donnell Rollins guy, Ashy Larry, opened up for him, and he was funny. And then within his first 10 seconds of being on stage, Dave Chappelle told a joke that was funnier than anything that his opener could ever come up with.
You knew it was on such a different level.
It was great. Yeah, well, it was the Jeffrey Dahmer joke about Milwaukee. He was like, yeah, last time I was here, Jeffrey Dahmer had just killed and ate about 15 people. Said he was kind of bummed out, and then everybody just lost it. It was totally. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, his delivery on it just
unbelievable.
It makes it. Well, Kev, we're getting close to that time to wrap it up, so I'm going to end it with how I end every show, and that's with a little segment we like to call Nick's Picks. And
all right. Sounds
these are things that I like to suggest to my co-hosts, to watch and give a shot, just to try it out, or to the listeners, just give it a shot. You might like it. You might find something pretty cool. And Kev, just to explain to you, Nick's Picks, that is when I give my suggestion for either a movie, a video game, a book, a comic, whatever it is, something media-wise that you can consume and take in.
Okay.
This week, I've talked about a couple shows the past couple times. I'm talking about a movie this week. Okay, and listen to this. You want to hear this one?
Yeah, I'm hanging on it.
Okay, so who do you like? You like what's that one guy's name? Starts with a Q. Actor starts with a Q.
Quentin? No, he's a director.
No. Starts with a Q though.
I'm glad you were prepared. Quincy, no.
No, okay. Last name starts with a C. Sorry.
Yeah, Nick, I gotta tell you, I'm drawing a blank. Due to the vague cues I've been given.
The reason why I said Q is because phonetically it sounds like that.
Phonetically?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what that means?
I don't.
Phonetically means like you're sounding it out.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad we cleared that up.
He's an actor.
You mentioned that.
What?
I feel like, yeah, I don't know, man.
John Cusack.
Jay. Thank you. You could have mentioned so many things and I would have known John Cusack.
Yeah. Well, you know the movie that I'm about to suggest. Can you name a John Cusack movie that's pretty popular?
Give me a hint. Give me a hint.
It's got another guy in it.
Does it start with a Q?
No.
Good.
Cameron Diaz is in it.
John Cusack and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, what a combo.
Is she the female in Hot Tub Time Machine?
No.
No, okay. No, you stump me.
1999.
Oh, being John Malkovich?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. The year, you had to say that. That's weird, but...
Yeah, you got it with the year. Good for you.
Yeah, that's weird.
Being John Malkovich. What a wild ride that movie is.
No other movie like it. I don't think they could.
Listen to this description. A struggling artist, a corporate crush, an iconic actor. That's John Malkovich for people that don't know. Plus, sexual awakenings, puppets, a portal, and a plan. Any questions?
Would you call John Malkovich iconic?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's a really generous intro. I don't know.
John Malkovich? You want me to fucking drop the bomb on you, buddy?
You don't have to.
You're gonna do it. John Malkovich.
Hey, it's your show.
Thank you. Listen to these fucking movies from a guy named John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for this?
In the big ones.
First of all, movie Being John Malkovich. That's
the aforementioned.
The aforementioned. You want to know the other movie?
Yes.
Okay. Of Mice and Men.
Okay.
Okay. Ready for the next fucking
Any
movie?
other iconic roles though?
Con Air.
I knew about that one. Nicolas Cage and Dave Chappelle's in that as well.
Dave Chappelle's in Con Air?
He is.
No, he's not.
He is a convict aboard the plane.
Dave Chappelle. He's Joe Parker. This is my Dave Chappelle impersonation.
Well, hey, it needs a little work, but that's fine.
Rounders.
That's a great movie.
Yep. What about this? Burn After Reading.
That's okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
But they already called him an iconic actor. You can only look at movies that started, that were before 1999.
No.
Well, they knew his future. You're right.
What about The Man in the Iron Mask?
Is a young Leo in that?
Yes, he is.
I never saw that movie, but I remember the commercial when I was a kid. It scared me when he put that iron mask on.
Yeah, you would be scared of things.
I was.
And you were, and you will be.
It's fitting.
He was in Beowulf.
That wasn't good.
Did you see Beowulf?
No, I didn't have to.
It's actually pretty good.
No way did you see Beowulf.
Oh, Beowulf was awesome, man. This guy's fucking things up, and he goes,
Nick, we're the only two people in the world talking about the movie Beowulf right now.
Wrong. Beowulf, guess what it got on Rotten Tomatoes?
That's out of 10, right? Or 100?
100, yeah, 100%.
It's a percent thing, right?
Yep, percent.
52.
Wrong. 71.
71, okay.
You want to hear the fucking actors in Beowulf?
Sure.
You're going to hear them. Ray Winstone.
Okay.
He was
I'm
Beowulf.
not familiar. He must have played Beowulf.
Yeah, but you know Grendel's mother?
No.
Grendel's mother is
Who's
Angelina.
Grendel, man?
Grendel is this troll. He's actually the son of Beowulf.
I needed to know that.
Angelina Jolie plays Grendel's mother.
I forgot she was in that. And I think it came out when you and I were in like 8th grade.
Yeah, you know who plays Hrothgar?
Nope.
King
Tell
Hrothgar.
me it's John Cusack.
No, Anthony Hopkins. Even better.
Wow, much better. Much better.
Listen who plays Grendel now. You'll know him. Crispin Glover.
I know that name.
Yeah, do you want to... I'll give you a hint.
I know that name for sure.
I'll give you a hint. Charlie's Angels.
Oh yeah. He was the bad guy in Like Mike.
I think, yeah.
He owned the orphanage, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, right.
He was also in Back to the Future.
Yeah, he was the dad.
Yep, and Unferro or Unferd, that's John Malkovich.
Well, I guess he's an icon.
Okay, what about Color Me Kubrick?
What about it?
I don't know if anyone knows that movie necessarily. John Malkovich.
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 You know, our mutual friend Dylan Lewis and he and I watched. I only stayed awake for the first half of it, but I only watched that movie for the first time earlier this year.
Really?
Yeah, I had never seen it before, but I always knew about it. It's a very famous movie.
What about this movie? Dangerous Liaisons.
Nope.
You want to name the actors in that movie?
You don't have to.
Okay, check this one out. John Malkovich. You're not going to believe this next one. Glenn Close.
Really? Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille in the flesh. What about this one, Kev? We all had a poster over on our wall. Michelle Pfeiffer.
We all did in 1974. I remember that year.
Guess who played Cecil?
The way you name these characters, it's like I have familiarity with them. Who played Cecil?
Uma Thurman.
That'd be. I didn't have that poster, but I would have been much more likely to have had her than Michelle Pfeiffer.
And then I'm probably butchering this name, but guess who played Le Chevalier Raphael Danceny? Huge name.
Charlize Theron.
No, this is a man.
Oh. Can I get a hint? Give me his initials.
Gigantic. No, if I gave you his initials, that'd be over. Gigantic.
Like in stature or famousness?
He's a tall man, but he is very famous as well. Horrible British accent.
Pierce Brosnan?
No, this man is not British. He's got a really bad fake British accent.
I'm stumped.
Okay. This guy he chose to get out of the thing that he was in a movie.
Richard Gere?
No. This man, known more for his roles in action films.
Bruce Willis?
Nope. This man, he definitely...
I'm glad you're not giving up on the hints.
He's a lover, not a fighter in real life.
Are you talking about Mike Myers?
No, this man is definitely trained to do the things that he does.
Okay, just give me his initials, man.
First letter starts with a K.
It's not Kevin Spacey.
Not Kevin Spacey. No.
Kevin Costner?
No.
Nice.
Very unique first name.
I just flat out give up, man.
Please don't. This man, he, let's say in a movie, misses his dog very much.
Misses his dog.
Very much so.
Okay. What's the story about a man missing his dog?
It's got 3 movies in the trilogy.
Okay. A guy missing his dog for 3 movies?
Unique name, starts with a K.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm just not getting it.
I'll give you another hint.
Unlimited hints.
Smokes a lot of cigs. Come on.
Am I going to be really upset if you have to give it to me?
You're going to be so upset, man. I'm trying so hard for you.
Kevin Bacon?
No. You're thinking too old.
Oh, okay. So he's younger.
This man is such a youthful man at heart. Loves everyone.
Loves everyone.
Yep.
Is he like our age?
No, he's definitely 50.
Older. Fuck. Dude, can I get the name of a movie?
He's a Canadian actor.
I know this guy?
Oh my God, you know him so much.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay, ready? I'll give you a movie that he was in.
Okay.
Toy Story 4.
So his face doesn't come to mind.
Nope.
Was he in the other Toy Stories?
Nope, he was only in 4.
I just saw Toy Story 4.
He's only in 4. He's Canadian.
Keegan-Michael Key?
No, man.
He's in Toy Story 4, though.
You're talking about Keegan-Michael Key?
From Key and Peele, the tall one from Key and Peele.
They have made a movie with this person voicing the cat. Come on.
The cat from Toy Story 4?
No, the Keegan-Michael Peele made...
Keanu Reeves.
Yes!
Okay. I'm sorry that took... He's Hawaiian, man.
He's Canadian.
He's from Hawaii.
Kevin, born in Beirut.
Beirut?
And grew up in Toronto. Okay?
Somebody's Hawaiian around there.
No, here, let's just take a look.
I was taking hints at that so long I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, he's born in Lebanon.
Keanu Reeves is in
His father is Hawaii.
Oh, okay. That's why his name's Keanu.
Yes. You know what Keanu means?
No.
I don't either.
So when you did, yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna end with figuring out what Keanu means. So just give me a second.
All right. Good, strong wrap up.
Cool breeze above the sea.
Well, how about that?
How about that? Kev, we went for an hour and a half tonight.
Is that your record longest show?
No.
All right, well.
You'll get them next time. But Did you enjoy yourself?
I had a good time. Thank you for having me on your show.
I'm so glad you were here. I can't wait to listen, to it and get it online as soon as possible. And
me neither.
Yeah, and hopefully you love it, and I think you will. I think you'll enjoy it. I think the whole crowd will enjoy it.
I don't know if I'll listen to it, but I hope everyone loves it.
Why wouldn't you listen to it?
We'll save it for another show.
I need you to listen to it, Kevin. I need you to know what it sounds like.
This is where the part of the show gets really serious.
I need you to do it. So have a great night, Kevin.
I'll tell you what. You listen to it first, and you tell me what you think, and then I'll listen to it. How about that?
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to end the podcast, but you and I will stay on the call. So it was great having you. I loved every second of it, and I think I speak for everyone listening and myself that we would love to have you back, on a frequent basis.
I guess that's if I wanted to know if you liked having me on the show, I guess that answered that. So I appreciate that.
Well, and you would be willing to come on the show.
I tried to put you off, but no, I would love to be back on the show.
Come on, right? Well, I think this was a brilliant episode, and thanks everyone to listening. If you made it this far, my goodness, you are one of the OGs, and we love you. Have a great night. Good night, and good luck.